Hi guys, Max Perez from Digital Octopus. Today I have a special video, and there's two reasons why this is a special video. The first one is that this is the first time I actually do an overview on the KSS-1015 American version or any other version, because I've only got a chance to do that unpacking video that one time. I never actually went ahead and did a complete video because I was not happy that the knobs were in Celsius, so I never went and did it until I finally got a hold of one, and I'm gonna do it now. And this also is a special video because this is actually the first return we get on a KSS unit. So I'm gonna go over the email, see what the customer is talking about, and see what's wrong with the radio. I'm gonna troubleshoot it, see if it's something wrong with the radio or it's just user errors. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna go and open up the emails and check out the messages of what the customer wrote. This is from Billy. I'm not gonna put his last name, but it says, I have had nothing but trouble with this radio and would like to return it. I am outside of my 15-day return window. It doesn't work the way you advertise it would. I've never done any advertisement because I never recorded anything, but okay. The temperature readings are not in Fahrenheit out of the box. So I had to figure that out, and now my Bluetooth music disconnects if I get a phone call. I am overall super unhappy with it. Okay, cool. Billy, let's find out what's going on with the radio. Let me see. He had more emails. Let me just make sure I get all the troubles. I was using the Bluetooth up, but CarPlay doesn't work. Oh, car wasn't pre-installed. That's impossible. And then the home screen that shows the speed is driving as kilometers per hour. Couldn't find out where to change that. I'm honestly fine messing with it. I put everything back inside the box. Okay, so first of all, outside of the 15-day return window, fine, no problem. You're unhappy? Call me. Just talk to us. We're not gonna be like, oh no, if you're not happy, you're not happy. We'll give you your money back. We're not here to take your money. Second, let's go through see what he's talking about. It says CarPlay wasn't pre-installed. CarPlay is right there. T-Link 5. T-Link is the app that opens up your CarPlay or Android Auto. So that's pre-installed. It's impossible that it doesn't, because that is not pre-installed, because all these systems have the same hard drive that we connect to, and it programs everything exactly the same. So you're not gonna have one app in one and another app in the other. That's impossible. So this CarPlay right there, I'm gonna launch it in a little bit so you guys can see it. The first thing we're gonna change is the Fahrenheit readings, which is probably done already. I'm gonna go into settings, and for settings we're gonna go into original and then temp norm, and there you could change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and then we're just gonna click on that. So now your temperature should be showing in Fahrenheit, right? Next one, he said that his kilometers per hour, which is when you start running, a number shows up here and it shows it in kilometers. To change that, that's part of the theme, not the radio itself. Just go into themes. These are all simple setting changes, that come by default like this, but they could easily be changed. Then where it says speed unit, if it was set to kilometers, just set it to mph, and that will show up here in the menu now. And this goes for every TS10, TS18 unit. This is including the CC-1015, DO-1015, with the TS10 system, which is mostly the slim one. So this is the same exact UI. All right, so let's go back. Let's see here what we got. He said that his music cut off when he was on his phone. Let's see if it disconnects. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and test our Bluetooth, make sure it's working. As he said, it wasn't working, so let's try that. Bluetooth, nothing connected right here. Let's connect to my phone, and to do that we're going to go to settings, and from settings we're going to go into Bluetooth. We're going to turn that on. So, and then here we're going to do a search, and my phone should come up. It's this one right here. Once it comes up, it's going to ask me for a PIN number. The number is 0000 pair. If you do not, it says pair success. If you do not know the PIN number, if you click on the gear here, it'll show you what the PIN number is. So, all right, so now we are connected to my phone. We can actually listen to music. Let's see if it's, I might not have any music playing. Let me just look for something here. There it is. I just put a song on to play. All right, I'm gonna put the volume back down on that. If it sounds low, make sure the volume on your phone is up. All right, so Bluetooth is working. So now let's make a phone call and put this to the test. I'm gonna call my son. He does not know I'm calling him. All right, so we're gonna call Little Max. Put the volume up. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Good morning. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. How good do you hear me? I'm testing a radio, and I'm recording a video like yesterday, and I just wanted to make sure that this radio was working fine, the microphone and everything. Do you hear me fine?
Sounds perfect.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
You too.
All right. All right, so there it is. Now let's see if it disconnected from my Bluetooth. I'm gonna go to Bluetooth, and it's still connected. Music is still there. So this is either a user error or the customer just was lying just to get the system returned. There is no need to lie. Just let us know, yo, I don't like it, period. Send it back. No need to, oh, it's draining my battery. Oh, it's doing that, because we test all these radios, and I know it's not true. It's not true. It says Apple CarPlay. All right, wasn't pre-installed. So if we go here, since we're already connected to Bluetooth, all we have to do is connect to T-Link, and automatically it should come up. There it is. Didn't have to do anything. Perfect. Running perfect. Let's play some music. It's gonna take a few seconds to load just because the internet is super slow here. I'm LTE, where, you know, usually all these areas are 5G. So actually, you know what, I'll play something locally from my phone because my internet here is really bad. Oh, there it is. It opened up anyway. All right, so I'm gonna put that down. I don't want YouTube to take down my video. Again, this is Apple CarPlay, so we're gonna go back to the home screen. Let's check the radio. He said that his radio wasn't working either. Let's check. All right, so now let's look for a station. Working fine. Working perfectly fine. If you guys want to set up a station, like preset it, let's go to any station. Let's say 100.6. Just leave it pressed, and it will pre-record itself right here. So we're gonna go over all of this. I just want to go over the issues that this customer said he had. So as far as I've seen, there's nothing wrong with this unit. This is 100% user error, or he's just not familiar with the system. The system's not for him. That's fine, you know. Let's go with the actual head unit itself here. So this is the KSS-1015. Fits all Camaros 2010 to 2015, all trims, SS, LS, whatever trim, it's gonna fit. First, down here, we're gonna start with our fan control, which brings up the speed of the fan. If we go all the way down, it shuts it down because it's not being used. On F1, it will turn it on. On the right, we have our temperature control, and as you can see, it's in Fahrenheit, not Celsius. There you go. And it's also matched with the air conditioner on top, with the dials on top. So I'm gonna put that all the way down because it's really hot here in Florida. So you can see it says 132, but that's only outside the car. I have the engine running because I have the AC running, and around the car, that's what the temperature is. Once I start driving, it'll give me an accurate temperature of the outside. Next, we're gonna go over these buttons down here, and the first one is to shut off everything, basically. So that's like kind of turning it off. You could turn it back on right there. Then we have our control, so you could change the airflow, which way is coming in. You could just cycle through them, or you could just go in here and switch it out yourself. We have the air circulation button, which is this one. You can see a change here. We have our windshield air, and then we have our rear defrost right over here. We have a unlock and lock buttons right here, and then we have our hazard lights here. We have our seat warmers, and the way we activate this is we'll click on the seat warmer, and now you're gonna see a number come up. That means it's off. If you want to turn it on, you can do 2, 1, or it'll turn back off, and you should hear it click on the car itself. Same thing for the other side. The passenger can set their own, and you can set that temperature. Then finally down here is the AC, is for the AC compressor to turn it off and on. That's pretty much it with the bottom part here. So now let's move on to the actual head unit. I'm gonna start off with the buttons here on the left and right. The first one here is it has a little power, but this is to bring the volume down right away in case you have the music loud and it's, you need to talk to somebody real quick, or just turn down your music. Just press that. You could also press that on the steering wheel, and you'll be also getting the same result. Next button here we're going to go over is the GPS, so we're going to click on that. So that's a shortcut to Google. Right now it's not going to show any streets or anything because there's no maps downloaded. Once you connect to the internet, you will be able to see all the streets. You can also download a map from Google itself where it will save right into the system, and you don't need to connect to the internet. Next one is our phone, so we can just click here. It'll take me to the Bluetooth section. Right now, as you can see, the phone is deactivated because CarPlay is running on the background. Then we have our home button right here, which will take me to the main screen. Next, we have our music, and for the music, this is if you have stored music in the system, this is where you could find it, or you could connect the USB and you could find the music right through there. The M here is for mode, and what mode does, you could just cycle through the different functions of the radio. You could also do this from the steering wheel by pressing the source button. You can see that down there. Next down the line is dim. This is so if at night, if it's too bright, you could always click on it, or if it's too dark during the day, you could click on it and it'll bring the brightness up to a preset amount. You can also do the dim manually. You could just go down here and put it, however bright or dark you want. So I'm just gonna put it up all the way because it's daytime. I'll leave it at 8, and then I'm just gonna swipe up again. Let's go to the home screen, and that's pretty much it for the buttons on the left, and on the right, that's what those functions do. So we're gonna start with these guys down here, and the first one is gonna be the GPS. Again, it's a shortcut for it. I'm gonna go back. The next one is the Bluetooth. followed up with the radio app, and then the radio app is all here. Again, you could just scroll through manually, or you could have presets, and once you find the station you like, you could hold it and press, and it'll change to that. I'm just gonna make all of these the same just so you can see. So there you go. So that's the AM FM radio. Let's go into the music. Music is the same icon as up here. Then we have our equalizer right over here. Then you have your sound controls. You have bass boost, zones, and this is for your subwoofer if you want to control it here, and then the bass filter for the actual car. Last one here is the settings icon, and we're gonna go right through these. And again, guys, this is the same as the CC-1015 and the DO-1015, the TS-10 or TS-18 system. So the first one is gonna be our network, and that's our Wi-Fi. We don't have it on right now, but this is where you will connect your system to your phone, and so this way you can access YouTube and all the other apps that are built in the system. Next one is display. We have our brightness here again. Then we have brightness mode, which is, I'm gonna keep it on auto. This is in case you're have it at night or daytime. So nighttime, as you can see, I went dim. So I'm just gonna keep it on auto. This way, when I turn my lights on at night, it will automatically dim down. We have our wallpapers. We're not gonna go over that, but you could save pictures in the system, and you could make your own wallpapers for this section here. Font size. This is for you guys that need those bigger fonts. So you could make them smaller, you could make them larger, right through there. Dark theme, we're gonna keep it like that. Then these are some of the preset backgrounds that are there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back to the default. Sound, we're gonna keep intelligent priority. Navigation, mixing, we're gonna keep that. Device ringtone, this is the way you want your phone to sound on the system when you have a call coming in. So it's a whole bunch of ringtones that you can play with, that you can choose, and that's all built in. Speed compensated volume control. So this is so when you're driving, right now I have it on closed. When you're driving, this way the volume goes up and down like your factory. Next is the navigation mix, so and background music. So I'm gonna put this a little bit higher. That's just the mix of when the navigation music comes in, the navigation voice actually, when it's talking, turn left, turn right, so you can hear it louder than the background music. General, we're gonna go into navigation bars, buttons. You could have an extra set of bars of menus right down here, which is the same thing that you're gonna find everywhere else, but you're gonna have the volume control right here too as well. But you know, that's up to you if you want to keep it or not. Then left, obviously, will come up on the left, and right will come up on the right over there. We're just gonna keep it hidden. Sleep time, for you guys that have a weak battery, I recommend that you go ahead and put the no sleep. So this way, when you shut off your radio, it will just automatically shut everything down, and your battery will not drain. If you have a good battery like I do, I keep it at 1 day. And all this does is when I turn off my car, and I'm just gonna open and close the door, so it's completely off. So when I come back into my car and I turn it back on, it's gonna pick the cup right where I left off. You see that? So there's no reboot time. So I'm gonna put that away. Panel light settings. Follow the headlight. We're gonna keep that on. So this is when you turn your lights on, it knows it needs to dim down. Navigation application settings, we're gonna click on maps because that's the map we want, unless you purchase another map, internal map like a iGo2 or Navionics or Garmin. You could use those maps all in here, and all you have to do is select your preferred map, and then when you click on the button here on the shortcut, it will take you to that app that you pre-selected here. Recorder application, we don't have a camera installed, so we're not going to use it. Satellite info, right now I don't have the GPS antenna installed, but once you have it installed, you're gonna see a reading here and this is all gonna populate. Guys, this is not where you will find your GPS. I got an email from a customer saying that his GPS wasn't working because it wasn't showing the map, but it was showing that it was connected to about 9 satellites. It was 9 out of 9, and I knew everything was working. It's just he doesn't know how to use the system, and this is what he was getting. So just so you guys know, this is only to test if your GPS is working. If they're working, it's gonna show you a number here, and it's gonna tell you which ones they're connected to. So I'm gonna go ahead and quit this. Location, this is, we're gonna leave as is. This is for, you know, your advanced settings and GPS location. App permission, we're gonna keep that as well. Don't touch that. Sometimes you mess around with that, you start launching an app that you don't need, like the air conditioner keeps popping up and you don't know why. That's probably because you mess with the settings here. Amplifier control, so right now it's open. This is the blue wire that comes out from the RCA harness, and this wire is where you will connect your rear view camera. So right now I have my car and I'm gonna put it on reverse, so now you see that the camera is getting its power from there. If we turn it off from the blue wire, if we turn it off, we're gonna go ahead and go back. And now I have no signal because there's no power going to it. So if you guys are experiencing a no signal and you have everything connected, make sure you check that button right there. I'm gonna put it back down and we're gonna click on open again just to make sure. And there it is, it's working perfectly. All right, next one. Video suspension window. So video suspension window is when you have music playing in the background, or a video, I might say. If you have a music video playing, let's say, and you want to just navigate through your system, you're not stuck here on this page always. You just press the circle and the video is going to come up here now, and you can actually move the screen around everywhere. So this way you have access to your radio still, and you still have the video playing. If you want to get rid of that, just click on the video and click on the exit and it will exit out. Let's go back to the menu. Memory start navigation. That's if you want the GPS to pop up once you start the radio, you turn that on. Sleek display, boot animation, we're gonna keep that off. Car battery level display, which is showing right up here. Phone battery level display, it will show right up there. Right now we're connected to CarPlay, that's why it's not showing the information here, because it's showing it on CarPlay already. Video output settings is for you guys that have like headrest monitors, and you could just change those outputs right over here. And then suspension switch, if we turn that on, you're gonna see this little guide pop up here, and this is just like a menu that you could drag around, you know, wherever you want. So a lot of people don't like it. I personally don't like it, so I'm gonna turn that off. And that was right under general, and turn that off. And then floating window, we're gonna keep that on. That's the one that we had before. If you have also aux and the aux channel, you could do the same thing. And if you have a camera on that aux channel, it will stay on, and you can put it, you know, and move it around. Original, so show temperature, you could turn that on and off. Air conditioning display, this is how long you want the air conditioner display to be on. So right now it's set to 4 seconds, so 1 2 3 4, and it should go away. So let's set it to 6, and it will be, you know, there. There's also another one that says always, so it will always stay on until you exit out of the app. It's up to you what you know, what timer you want to put on here. Door display, this is so when you open your doors, you got your left and the right trunk, the hood, everything shows up here. If you open the door and you click on the button, you want to get rid of it, just, you know, just click on it and it'll get rid of it until you close and open the door again. So, you know, it'll always come back. Front radar display, this car doesn't have it, so we're not going to use it. That's for front sensors. Steering wheel, these settings are not going to work because all Camaros are already set to a specific code, and you cannot change this. You cannot change it around here, so that we'll leave alone. Then temp norm, we went this from the beginning. This is the temperature. We're going to keep it on Fahrenheit. Reverse, all right, so reverse, I'm gonna open it up here. Usually it comes off by default. You got to make sure to see which camera you have, because right now, let's say I put my car in reverse, as you can see the Corvette is on the right, but it's really on my left. So I'm gonna go ahead and mirror that image. So we're gonna go here, mirror. So now when we go on reverse, now it shows on the correct side, which is my left side, and you can just see it right over here. All right, the next one is mirror up and down. So this is obviously, you know, it will flip the image depending on how you have your camera connected. I'm gonna take that off. Reversing radar, this is for my sensors on the back, so we're gonna keep that on. Trajectory, we could always leave this, let me bring this volume down because it's gonna keep going up. But trajectory, so when we have our trajectory, it shows which way we're turning. Then we have, I'm going to turn that off, I don't use it. Trajectory direction forward or reverse. This is so when, you know, if it's reversed, it's going to go the opposite way. Reversing ruler, again, we'll try that out. And you can actually go ahead and change this. You can go into camera and then reverse, adjust the lines, and you can make it where, you know, it's perfect for your car. You can do your measurements, and this way you have an accurate, you know, reading of the floor and everything where you are on your car. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that. I'm gonna go back. These buttons are not gonna work, and that's because I'm on reverse right now. So once we exit out of reverse, everything will be back to normal. Next, we have our Aston normal power supply. That's for the front camera. We don't have one connected right now, so we're gonna keep that off. Reversing mode, we're gonna keep it on. If we put on prohibit, it's just gonna show you a black screen. It's not gonna show anything. All right, so for now, let's just put it back on. Reverse delay, we're gonna keep at 0. Then we have reversing system selection. We have the AHD 1080 camera. This is the DOC 1015 R2 connected, which is the HD model. And then Aston forward view, we have it closed because we don't have anything connected right now. The volume here, this is the volume that we want the radio to be. So when we go on reverse, if you want your volume all the way down, you put it all the way down, or if you just want it, you know, slightly lower, you could change it here. So that will be the volume when the car is on reverse. Next is voice. We're not going to touch this because this is mostly like Google Voice, you know, like Hey Google, etc. You could just set that up right through here. We have our personal, and then personal is for, you know, for your accounts and everything with Google, you could just change that right in here. Phone link cap, everything is right in here. System MCU upgrade, you will need to be connected to the internet for this to work. If you want to do a system upgrade online, just go ahead and do it. Just check version, it'll tell you what version. If you need an upgrade, then you could go ahead and do that. Make sure you're always connected. If you get disconnected, you might mess up your system. So just make sure you have enough time and you have good internet. Time and date, we could fix that there. Developer options, we don't have the code and we don't provide it. Same as factory reset. Reach out to us before you do try to do any factory reset. Factory, that one, the code will be 123456. I recommend you guys don't play with this. The only thing I will play here is with channel balance, and this is to set up how loud you want each part of the system to be. So if you feel this sounds too low, like the music is not coming through enough, you can just go and change those here. The rest I will not touch except for direction of knob, so you could play that, put that on reverse or forward. And this is in case for you guys that are used to the Camaro, where you go to the next track, you have to press up on your steering wheel and it'll take you to the next track. This will reverse that, so this way when you press up, you can actually go to the next track. All right, so this is back to our main menu, and over here we have our time. You could change that to the 12-hour format. We have the radio station that the car is currently set to. We have the music that's recorded in the system. That's the player for it right here. So everything is pretty much right where you need it. Everything is right in the home screen. You have YouTube, file manager, videos, themes, and maps, all right in this general area here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go over these really quick. I'm not gonna go into details, but we had themes, and themes is in case you want to change the way the system looks, like the theme on the radio. We could click that, so it will look just like that one. It's like the KSS-1015, so that would change into that. Of course, you know, everything is gonna look different, but it's pretty much the same general idea where everything is together and you could just play around and move everything around. I'm gonna go ahead and change that back to my other theme, which is this one. Just gonna click on use. So that's it right there. We're back to our original theme. And you can also sign up to this website. They have a bunch of other themes that you could play with and you could check them out. APK installer, this comes pre-installed, and this is in case you delete any of your system softwares, or like your AC, it should be right in here. You can always find it in here, which is impossible to do, but just in case, there's an update and if something doesn't work, you could grab everything from here. Car meat we don't use. Do Fun Play has a lot of things in their store, but I recommend you stay away from that, because a lot of the times some of those apps are used by are uploaded by other users, and then sometimes they're not compatible with our units, and it ends up crashing your unit where it doesn't start, where it just stays on the loop. So be careful with that. This way you don't have to send it back. We have to reflash everything, so not a good thing. So just stay away from that. Settings we already went over. Voice is like Google Voice. Weather is obviously the weather. This will work when you're connected to the internet. Air conditioner, we're gonna skip that, but you get the idea of, we already kind of touched this already. The GPS, we went over that. Auxiliary channel, that's in case you want to connect an extra camera or input. Bluetooth, we went over. Boot animation, we're not gonna touch. Car settings, not too much to play with here. Chrome is like your Chrome browser, like in a computer, so you could surf the web right through here. DSP is your equalizer. We know what Facebook is, File Manager. If we click on File Manager, it shows us all the files in the unit. When you connect the USB, it'll pop up here. So if you have files that you want to transfer over, you could transfer them right into the system. You could do music, videos, whatever you like, right in from the File Managers. Even apps, you could just transfer over. Google is the same thing as Chrome up here. We have the gyroscope. Maps is your Google Maps. Music is the music. We went over that already. Original car just opens up a link to the AUX channel. Google Play Store, need to sign in. Right here is where you could download all the apps or any other cool apps that they have in the Play Store. You could download it, use them on your radio. Quick Pick is in case you want to have pictures you want to put in as a background, you could upload them here. The radio we already went over. Steering wheel we went over. Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is launched by T-Link. Then you had the video and then YouTube. So that's pretty much it for the system. You know, this is a general idea of how the system works. You can also go ahead and play with it yourself, you know, try different apps. This is by far, I think the KSS is my favorite system. This is the one that I actually use on my car. This is my car here, my personal car. And that's the one I use. And I'm not lying to you. I have it right over here. I installed this, uninstalled it to install this one just to test. This is actually the original prototype. So it's, I think even the color is a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same size. Everything is the same. This one has the Celsius though on this radio. This is why I never did that video, because this radio was set to Celsius and that's not something I wanted to sell. And of course here it is in Fahrenheit. All right, so let's go ahead and take this car out for a little drive, see everything is working fine. I only have one clip up here, so I have to be careful when I drive. I don't want to land on any potholes. Hopefully the camera will stay still and it will not fall over. It's not secured, but I'm just gonna go around the block just so you guys can see how the system works. All right, especially this temperature, it's at 147. It's gonna drop right now as soon as we start driving. And as you can see already, it started to drop. All right, so we literally just went around the block. Temperature dropped. Since I stopped, it's gonna go back up again, of course. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you're interested in this unit, you could visit us at digitaloctopusradio.com. Look for the KSS-1015 American version. That's that one right here. We are the only one to sell this one with the Fahrenheit, so check it out. digitaloctopusradio.com. Visit us on Instagram at digitaloctopusradio, and you could just follow us there. And you know, we post a lot of things where we show different products, you know, different items coming out soon. So make sure to follow us there, follow us here, visit us, subscribe, do all that good stuff to get the latest news on your Camaro products. So you guys take care, and I will catch you on the next one.